So you're sitting at home right now wondering exactly how you're going to get the materials free and delivered to build a cardboard castle of your own for the Cardboard Castle contest. Well, I'm Robert Thompson. This is Welcome to Molalla, and I'm going to interview Ken Fetters, who's going to tell you how to do that. Now, Ken Fetters is the owner, along with his wife Becky, of the main shop in downtown Molalla, and he's also the chair of the Molalla Cultural and Art Committee. So stay tuned, find out about those two things and how to get a cardboard castle, and enjoy. Good day. Welcome to Molalla. Today I'll be talking with Ken Fetters, who is the owner of the main shop in Molalla and also other local enterprises. Ken, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course. So I'm just going to ask you some questions and let's just see where this conversation goes. I'm going to start off with what your shop is all about. You're at the main shop, which is, what's the address there?
104 104 East Main Street, Molalla.
All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do at the main shop?
So the main shop has about 35 different vendors, and they all produce locally made products. We have products from wine to local art. The store started out with the intention of being local artists, and then we found that there were other makers in the Molalla area, like our winery, our coffee maker, our coffee roaster, a honey producer, that aren't necessarily traditional art, but they're locally made products. So we've kind of diversified from arts and crafts locally made to locally made products.
Okay. You go ahead.
Oh, that's all right. And the idea started out as it was just going to be local art. We're going to give local artists and craftspeople an opportunity to display and sell their work, so that they didn't always have to rely on, say, the internet, or didn't always have to rely on going to arts or craft shows, which sometimes can be time consuming and not very profitable. Plus then give the people of Molalla some kind of interesting local products that they could, kind of be proud of, or at least, participate in those artists in the area.
Right. And I know I had as you know, obviously, but a basket raffle last October where I bought everything, pretty much, I think everything in the basket was from your shop. So I had some local metal work that was done, little signs made out of metal, which can be custom made. And I had some of the local coffee, and I had a book written by a local author. I don't remember what else was in there off the top of my head. But
even the basket came from the store.
And the basket came from the store. That's right. Oh, and there was a gift certificate to the Humble Pig restaurant, so that was in there.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
There were a couple other things. I don't remember what they were, but that was a great thing, and people loved it because we had the raffle on Halloween out on the street. I had a table set up in front of your shop out on Main Street there, and people coming by saw the basket and saw that it was all local products, and everybody was thrilled by that. They thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And I know, watching people come into your shop, it's the same way. People are, oh, this is all local. Wow, that's really great. So
right, yeah. It's amazing when they ask questions. Well, with our coffee roaster and our winery in particular, which is Garage Coffee and Colton Wine, that it's always, I had no idea that there was a winery in Colton, or I had no idea that there was a coffee roaster in Molalla.
Yeah, right. Who knew?
It's pretty interesting, and people get excited about. There's a certain amount of pride involved in that for locals.
Yeah, absolutely, community pride. I mean, I had no idea about Garage Coffee until I met you and saw the stuff in the shop, and I mean, now look at me. I've got like 5 bags of it here at home. So
yeah, you can't get away from it.
That's right. I'm surrounded by Garage Coffee. So you got artwork, you got the coffee, you've got, like I said a minute ago, you've also got some local authors in there who've written books about the area. Yeah. There's a Lonely Trails is one of them.
Yep, very popular.
Hiking trails and everything around here, that was also in the basket, come to think of it.
Okay.
And then there's the I don't know what the name of this books are, but you've got one about Molalla, the little skinny black and white looking books. They're really neat. I have one. Oh, actually,
yeah,
I have one right here, I think.
In the river? You got one in the river there.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with everybody right now. There's not actually a river in this room. This book right here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, yeah.
That's what's going on here?
And so that book there is one of the Historical Society collection. So we have, I don't have, no, I haven't even counted it up, but there must be at least 10 books that are Historical Society books. In addition, we have about a dozen postcards that are Historical Society postcards, and all those proceeds go to the Historical Society.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. The books and the postcards?
Books and the postcards. Yeah. The ones that are specifically Historical Society ones. We have a couple of really good books about local trains, historic railroads that ran through the area, that ran the logging routes and the lumberyard routes. Those have been very interesting to people. The Lonely Trails, which is a fantastic book about
it is a great book. Yeah.
Yeah. The trails in the corridor, which is another, jewel of the Molalla area.
Right. Yeah. So why don't you give a little history? I hadn't thought about this till just now, but a little history of your shop, because it's called the Main Shop, but as everybody who's from Molalla knows, it used to be called the Man Shop. What's the story with all that?
Yeah. So in 1941, Bill Ireland and his father moved to Molalla from Eugene, and they opened the Man Shop, which ran from 1941 until just over a year ago. And they essentially provided work clothes. They even had some dress clothes for guys. They were the main man's clothing store in Molalla from 1941 until December of 2018 was when Bob, the son of Bill, he had taken over the business. And most people remember Bob.
Yeah, I knew Bob. I saw him around town here and there.
Yeah, and that's when he died, and we purchased it from the estate. When we got the building, it was full of clothes. And we had plenty of people, men usually. There was a few women would come in and say, I'd come here and buy this for my husband. But there was, still to this day, I have guys come in and say, I bought this from Bob, or I bought this from Bob. He used to order these jeans for me. He was the only guy the only place I could order my size, all kinds of stuff like that. And both Bill, his father, and Bob, the son, they were Molalla legends, I guess, for lack of a better term. Everybody knows the Irelands. And, when I moved to the Molalla area 9 years ago, the man shop was the Man Shop. It was the store on Main Street, and I kind of always drove past it because it wasn't, I didn't go buy work clothes there. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest with you.
Right.
And
I was the same way. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once we bought it and I discovered the history and what it really meant to people, it became very apparent that we needed to somehow honor that tradition. So in the store, we have Bill and Bob's, the original roll top desk that was in the store originally. We've kept the same fixtures, the countertops and the storage cabinets, the light fixtures. A lot of that stuff is all original from when it was still the Man Shop. We just kind of clean stuff up, move some things around, and there is still some clothes there, but not like there was before.
Right. That's
No
amazing,
shoes.
though. I mean, 1941 till basically, let's just call it 80 years. I mean, that's a long time, too. Just a father and a son running a store for 80 years. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And when Bob died, it was one of the 3 longest continuously running businesses in Molalla.
Oh, is that right? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah.
So now I know you're doing, because of all the stuff going on right now, you can't be open. Your storefront can't be open, but you're doing some deliveries and things too. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So we'll actually deliver anything that is in the store for sale. And a lot of people who've been in the store, we have a group of our normal customers, and they may know what was in the store before we had to close the doors temporarily, and they can text me and ask me to bring something over to them, and I'm more than happy to go by the store and pick something up and bring it over to them. We're kind of focusing though mostly on garage coffee, Colton wine, the honey, and also some of our jewelry has been very popular during this time. And one of our vendors who makes baby blankets and things like that, she started making masks. And so that's another very popular item that we've been selling. And I've been just bringing them out and delivering them to people. I've had some people buy 8-10 of the masks at a time. And for every mask that we sell, we also buy one from our vendor and then donate it to one of the community groups that needs masks, like Meals on Wheels or the Resource Center over at Foothills Community Church, those kinds of things.
Yeah, that's a great program.
So we'll deliver anything that we have in the store, and you just need to kind of get on our website, which is themainshopmolalla.com, or our Facebook, which is also the main shop. At the main shop Molalla is our Facebook page, and it has some information, has pictures of items, has lists of different things that we have. Those metal signs that you were talking about that were in your basket at Halloween, they have a really neat line that they just came out with, which is little garden stakes for vegetable gardens, and they're cute. They stick in the ground.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to be starting to plant their gardens for the season now. So that's another cute little thing. Could be a little gift for somebody too.
Yeah, no, those are very cool, actually. Yeah, I like those.
Yeah. So, the delivery service it's funny. It's an up and down thing. I'll have a day where all I do is deliver almost all day long, and then there might be a day where I don't deliver anything. So,
right.
But yeah, feel free to give me a call, and I'd be glad to run something out to you.
All right.
Yeah.
That's an awesome service. I know I talked to you on the phone a couple of days ago when you were out delivering, and I think you were in Northeast Portland. Like, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
So don't hesitate to call if you're in Seattle. Ken will deliver.
Yeah, that was the family friend or family that I was delivering to up there. But I did go to Wilsonville the other day, so
Yeah, get you out of the house. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Okay, let's see. What else were we going to talk about here? Okay, so there's been some videos made in town. There's one for Colton Winery that you're talking about.
Yep.
And you made, what was the first one? I'm blanking.
Dr. Salafi.
Oh, Dr. Salafi,
the
dentist off Maine, did the first video, right, talking about her experience coming to the United States and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
And then you did one, which I think was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Building cardboard castles. So
yeah, cardboard castles. And so you can go on our website, or our Facebook page, that at the main shop Molalla. We're also at Dave Jackson Photography. And that Facebook Live video is on both of those Facebook pages. And it basically was a little quick tutorial on how to make a cardboard castle. And the idea came about just because, you can't make a sandcastle really this time of the year in Oregon. It's kind of messy. And if you're going to be stuck inside, what are you going to make a castle out of? So you can make it out of cardboard. And we have a friend, Jeff Roth, over at Custom Box Services, and he's donated all the cardboard. He's got lots of scrap cardboard, and he's like, yeah, just take as much scrap cardboard as you want. It's either there or goes to recycling. And so I got tons of cardboard. So if you go check out the video, you give me a text, tell me how many people you want, how many castles you want to make, and I'll bring you enough cardboard to make all the castles you want. And I've been seeing videos. I've seen 2 videos of kids who are working on their castles, and then one 4-year-old girl in upstate New York, she finished her castle and got a picture of that. So she used her own boxes.
You
I didn't deliver
those.
that cardboard. No.
Well, I like, you don't confine yourself to Molalla. I mean, I know you're focused in Molalla, but it's nice to know that you also interact with New York and Northeast Portland and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
important.
Yeah.
I have to be licensed to interact with New York personally, so I can't do it.
Yeah, and as you said, we kind of venture out a little bit. So the Scotts Mills, the Silverton, the Colton for sure, Molino for sure, Beaver Creek, all those kind of areas. I'll run cardboard out to those areas too.
Sure. Okay.
You bet.
All right. That's a pretty fun little project. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you and I both know that you would do. And I'd be like, yeah, let's recycle that cardboard. So I'm glad you're there to do that. Because if I'd had to spearhead that, it might not have happened.
Well, Dave and I, when we did the video, we were talking about shooting fire arrows at the castle, hitting the castle, then exploding on fire. And we thought that'd be a lot of fun, but we haven't got there yet.
Yeah, wait till the contest is over, then you can work on like Goth troops invading the castles or whatever.
Yeah,
that
yeah, exactly.
Awesome. I'll do that. I'll do that part with you. I'll do the shooting little tiny arrows into the castles part. So we've broken this interview into two parts because we ran a little bit long. So that was part one, and I've cleverly renamed the second part, part two. So keep an eye open for that, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.